Hey, this is Ivan right here, right in Central Park, and this particular video it's especially for the pedicab drivers. Now, if you're a pedicab driver, this is very important piece of information. I'm going to talk about two very important pieces of information if you're a pedicab driver. Here is one, here is two. Now, this one, it says how to make more money with your pedicab, and I'm a pedicab driver. I am a pedicab driver now, currently operating in New York City. So the first topic is how to make more money with your pedicab. The important word is more. If you're making $100 a day, that's fine. You can make more. You got the point? If you're making $200 or $300 a day, the key is how to make more. So this is the topic. I'm going to talk about this. If you are interested in making more money with your pedicab, that is fine, that's fantastic. I can be of help. But now, the more important part and the particular subject of this video is this particular document. Now, I woke up today like 6 in the morning, and it came to my mind that it's time to do something about it. And what one person can do, what one pedicab driver can do, or one pedicab organization can do, or one garage owner can do, pretty much nothing. But if there are a lot of people put together, they can do a lot of things. So the purpose of this video is this particular document. I woke up in the morning, 6 in the morning, I wrote this document in 5 minutes, and I went on the street in around Central Park, and I tried to make a bunch of people sign up this document. Now, I want to report big success. I want to report big success. And first of all, I promise to these people that sign up this document, the people that sign up this document, I promise them that I'm going to send them a text message or some kind of a communication. So here is the communication. I'm using the power of social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever possible to do that. So I'm here to report. I'm here to report for the big success. And here is the big success, right? In about 1 hour, I was able to manage to collect about 50 signatures. And what is it about? What is it about? Now, it's about a law that it's preventing pedicab drivers to use a motor, electrical motor. So now, this is very important. I think that's like one of the very important things, you know, like to be able to use these motors that we have as a pedicab drivers anyway, and sometimes we get tickets, right? So now let me, before I start even this video, it's already 3 minutes, I want to talk about this document. And I first of all want to thank to all the people that signed up the documents, and for you guys that signed up this document, I want you to do a couple of things. First, tell your friends about this document. This is a document. I took time, I spent time, I wrote the document, I spent my time, and I went to multiple people and make them sign the documents. 1 hour, I spent 1 hour, just 1 hour, I got 50 signatures. Person to person, one by one, I went. Some people was like in groups, it was easy. Anyway, so now I want to talk about this document. What is this document? And I'm gonna read the document. But for the people that already signed the documents, I want to say big thank you guys. You are on the right track, you did the right thing. And for the rest that did not sign document or does not know what this document is about, I want to read the document so you can get the picture. Now, I'm not very good at reading documents in front of a camera, but I'll try to do my best. So now, this is called a pedicab club, and on the top it say unity is power. Unity is power. My belief is that if we want to change anything, we have to work together. That's the first concept. If we want to change anything, we have to work together. And I can talk about this in length. But let me read the document so you can understand. So I came up with this idea. That's not my idea. Other people tried to do it. They did it somehow successfully, unsuccessfully. But my goal is to do it successfully, efficiently, fast, and I want to put everybody on these pages. I want to put every pedicab driver in New York City in these pages. And big success. In half an hour, 1 hour. I spent like hour walking around, and I got like 50 signatures. So let me talk about the document. So this document, I'm sorry, I'm not going to look at the cameras because I have to read, but the document say, petition to DCA, Department of Consumer Affairs, New York City, January 22nd, 2018, regarding the provision of the law preventing licensed pedicab drivers using electric motors in their pedicabs. First, I believe this law is unfair and it's time to be changed in favor of the people. Look for my signature down the line in this petition. In the 21st century, when great visionaries are trying to get the humankind to Mars, we are still using human pedaling power to move customers from point A to point B. When consumers with a push of a button can hire Uber driver or get a plane from New York City to LA or anywhere in the world, we still use pedals to move people. When electric cars, bicycles, even planes and droids are becoming ubiquitous in our daily life, we, the professional pedicab drivers, are enjoying the benefits of the Stone Age, using our legs to move people around. And it's not cute, and it's not unique. Why people in China and India can enjoy the benefits of electricity, which is, of course, invention of American freedom, democracy, and business visionaries, freely and legally. And we, the American pedicab drivers, have to feel like criminals using a little electric motor. Is it the way of government controlling people by giving them tickets, criminalizing them, and make them pay for using such things as electricity in the way we make a living? Or it's something else? Perhaps some bureaucracy, lack of vision, perhaps bureaucracy at work. There are times when one person or a group must stand and declare, this law is unfair to the people, to all of us, the drivers, the clients, the citizen, and the world. Please change that law. You are in position of power. Now, let us say, if you are in position of power, that means creating laws and regulating society, please remember that tomorrow you may be a customer of a pedicab driver or a service. Once you jump in that pedicab, then you will find out that having a motor in a pedicab is actually safer. It's safer than not having one. That will be your safety first. That's it, that's the document. And it say the following individuals, licensed pedicab drivers, have signed the petition. See the following pages. And now, these are the pages, you see? I got here. You may see your phone number here. I have one page here. I have more pages here. I have more pages, like 5 pages, like 50 people sign up, and that's a good thing. And that is a very good thing. But now, I want to do more. I want to get involved more people. I want to talk to the owners of the pedicabs, the owners of the garages. I want to reach out everybody. And there is a way, and that's why I'm doing this video, to use the social media and to leverage my time. So I don't want to spend all this time like going around one by one. There's like 850 registered pedicab drivers or more and more. Anyway, so let's make clear this thing. Now, if you are for this law, if you think this is fair, that we, the pedicab driver community, which is wonderful community, beautiful people, hardworking people, if you guys think, if you are that person that think this makes sense, if you think that this has to change, in other words, if you want your pedicab to have a motor that will assist you somehow to make money, and you think if it's legal, let's change the law. Because the law says this. Now, why I'm talking this, why this is important, guess what? Here I want to show you some proof on my name. You see this? If you are a pedicab drivers, I bet you not. You are familiar with these. You see? These are these guys. First of all, you see, say what? Criminal court ticket. Criminal court ticket. Criminal court ticket. It's a criminal court ticket. And I got more. This all on my name. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not. And I want to make a good point. Now, these are 4 tickets. And I was working very hard, you know, as a pedicab driver in December. And I made a lot of money. Fairly, honestly, not bullshitting the customers. Not making a bad reputation for the pedicab community, because let's be honest, there are some guys that are not honest. There are some guys that take shortcuts, they overcharge the customers, and voila. I was watching in the news. We are now in the news. We are ripping off customers. That's not me. I hope it's not you, but some guys are doing it. You know, they don't care. But if you're a pedicab driver, you should care. If you are a pedicab driver and if you want to make honest living means that you deserve what you paid for. You deserve. You did a good service with integrity, with honesty. You don't scam customers. You don't overcharge customers. You do all the right things. If you're on that page, right? Sometimes you may get a ticket. And now I'm talking about these tickets. Like, these are not the criminal. These are the summonses. I have to go to John Street, and now the good part of this tickets is that somehow I'm slightly studying some things, how the America works, how law works, and to tell you honestly, this is the reality. I got 4 tickets for January. All of them, I beat them all up. These are minor tickets, like for this, for that, you know, and frankly, these tickets are not real tickets. These are bogus tickets. So now when I went to court, I want to open just a little bit about these tickets. When I went to the court, I don't get to negotiate with the judge because I do understand how the court system works. And how I know how to beat the court system all the time. I'm not talking to the judge. I'm negotiating my freedom. I'm negotiating my rights with the attorney that is in charge. This is the person to talk to. I beat these 4 tickets. Now, the last ticket that I beat was automatically. It was dismissed automatically because as soon as the judge saw me, it was the same judge, a woman on the community court in 54th Street. So when she saw me, hop, automatically ticket dismissed. Good, because it's not how I talk to the judge. It's not what I say in front of the judge. The important key is how I talk to my defender. And most of the pedicab drivers do not know these things. So we're going to talk about these tickets. But now, there's one ticket. There is one ticket I cannot beat, you cannot beat, anybody, nobody cannot beat. And it has to do exactly with this. It has to do, if you have a motor in your pedicab, you're going to get a ticket, you're going to pay $500, around $500. Now I want to ask you this question. Do you think that is fair? Do you think that is fair? And I'm going to tell you a little story, right? I was in Times Square recently, like a month ago, and I saw a pedicab driver right in front of me that he used very clever gimmick. Very clever, but very, very clever. So the customers was negotiating price per distance. He gave them $20, which I think was very fair. But the customer anyway insisted, oh, that's a lot of money, that's a lot of money. So what the pedicab driver did was unique. He said, you know what? I will give you $20. He talked to the customers. He talked to the customer and say, I will give you $20. You pedal to there. I will be the customer. You're going to be the pedicab driver. Would you like to do that? And the customer was like, well, of course, you know what's up. You know, you don't want to pedal 20 blocks for $20 or 30 blocks or whatever the distance was. But I'm pointing this. If you have a motor in your pedicab, you're going to make more money. You're going to make more money easily. And you're not going to damage nobody. You're not going to hurt the environment. You're not going to hurt the Uber drivers or anybody else. In a matter of fact, I want to state it's actually safer to have a motor. Unless you're a crazy guy and you want to run fast or whatever, you know. Let's say what the problem is. What the problem is not, it's not the problem that you have a motor, but you have a crazy driver. That's the problem. You know, like there is cars like Ferraris and Lamborghinis that goes 200 miles per hour. Is it these cars the problem, that they have powerful engines? Of course not. The problems are the crazy drivers that use these cars and make accidents. So the problem is not the gun. The problem is the criminal that used the gun. You got my point? So I think, and most of these tickets, by the way, most of these tickets are bogus tickets. They're like fake tickets, you know. Have you been in this situation? Have you been in this situation as a pedicab driver? And the situation is this: a police officer stops you and he look and this and everything is perfect, and then he still give you a ticket. And when you go to a person, like a person, when you approach him like a person and say, hey, man, what's up? You know, tell me. It's like, you know, sometimes minor stuff. Oh, my lights, this, that. Okay, no problem. Give me a ticket. No, but what if everything is perfect? Now, finally, the truth comes in. And the person and the police officer usually will tell you, yeah, you know how it is, I have to give tickets, you know, I have to give tickets. Or he may say, you know what, it's not up to me, man. It's my boss told me to do so. Your boss told you to give tickets. But do you think I deserve a ticket if everything in my pedicab is right? And it's not. He still gives you a ticket. And you still go to the court and you waste your time, you beat the ticket, but who pays for your time? That's a good question. Now, when I went to the ticket thing, you know, I beat the tickets. However, you know what happened when you beat the tickets, you know, or if you don't beat the tickets, they tell you, you go upstairs and read this thing. Read this thing. You know, this is another document that the court system it's giving you. It's called the pamphlet, you know. So you have to read the pamphlet. Now, I'm a guy that like to play by the rules. You know, I respect the rules, I respect the law, I respect the police officers and the court system altogether. And I say, okay, no problem. You know, I will go and see what's up. Now, I'm looking at this very peculiar document, and this is what it says. This is what it says. Now, pay attention of what it says. Driving against traffic in bike lanes on sidewalk. That's okay, makes some common sense. But now there is, and this is what is it? Commonly ticketed pedicab violations. So now, this is a violation. Now, all the things, some of the things make sense, some of the things makes no sense. For example, commonly ticketed pedicab violations. Now, listen to this. Stopping in unusually crowded area. For example, in front of a busy Broadway show. Now, if you're a pedicab driver, if you have experience in the Broadway shows, you know you don't want to go there. Why? Because they're gonna give you a ticket. Now, let me ask you this. If the city of New York licensed you, gave you a license, you paid money, they made sure everything is correct, and you go in front of a Broadway show, and you know that you're gonna have a ticket, and then you know that this most likely will be a bogus ticket because that's what it say. So, in other words, in this pamphlet, it's clearly telling you, do not go where the people are. Do not go where the money are. So now if you're a pedicab driver, how are you gonna make money? You're gonna stay home? Somebody will wire you the money, somebody will send you the money by the mail. No, you gotta go where the people are. That's where the money is. But this say, if you go to where more people are, well, sorry for you. You're gonna have a ticket, you have to go to the court, you have to waste time, your time. Instead of you going to work, you have to go to court, waste time, and then you have to whether or not you dismiss the ticket or not. Now, the bad thing in these tickets, it's the tickets that I beat, they are so-called criminal tickets. So now you're a criminal without this. And then one of the ways to beat the ticket is to object that there's no crime and there's no violation. In reality, you know, you ask your attorney and say, hey, where is the crime? I didn't make a crime, you know. This is a criminal court. Is there a crime? There is no crime here. So that sets automatically the guy to tell you, well, yes. The last time when I asked my attorney this question, where is the crime? He say, you know how it is, you know how they do it, you know how they... I say, yes, I know how they do it. That's the problem. The problem is that I know how to do it, but now I'm the victim, and now the worst thing. Now, why you have to go to the criminal court? You know why? Because if you don't go, they will be. It's written here. It will be a warrant for your arrest. And guess what? Thanks God, you did go to the court. If you don't go to the court, you cannot go back to work on the street. You don't go to the court, you don't go back to work on the street. Because when the next time a police officer stops you, when they see that you didn't show up for your bogus ticket, you might be arrested. So instead of going and make money on the street, you might go and spend 1 day in jail. Now go prove it. Now later on go prove it. So that's why it's very important to go for these tickets, and it's also very important to beat them. But I want to talk about in this video particularly, I want to talk about this ticket, the ticket you cannot beat. They catch you with the motor, and automatically you have to pay $500. Now, you can put 10 motors in your pedicabs. You can put a Ferrari engine in your motor, in the pedicab, right? You can put a Ferrari logo in your pedicab. You can put a limousine. You can put, I'm the nice guy with the Ferrari engine. Now, guess what? It doesn't matter how fast you will go. It doesn't matter what this motor will do. What it does matter that anytime you got this ticket, you're gonna pay $500. Now the question is it worth to have a motor in your pedicab so you can go and pay $500 ticket? Correct? You can have the motor as long as you pay somebody $500. You know the solution now, right? Put the motor, pay $500, no problem. Go on the street, make $200, get a ticket, pay $500, go the next day on the street, and like you work 3 days. You got my point? So now I think this motor law is totally bad idea. Now I have suggestion to the people that make the law, not to the pedicab drivers. Well, we have to ask this question: why the motor is bad? As I read, people in China are using it. In India, people in India, I've checked in, I go and I see like super poor people in India, they have electrical pedicabs. Legal, no problem. Government, what is the difference between the government in India and United States of America? You're gonna tell me now that the government of United States of America is more stupid than the government of India? No, it's not like that, you know. This law, it's a bad law. So I want to talk about, again, if you're a pedicab driver, if you're listening this video, it's like already 22 minutes I'm talking all this stuff.